Only plaas vervangers nou op die veld kom.
Plays it out to...
And here goes the majestic King Williamstown. Great run by Nombakuza. Try! Willie Rose. Oh, what a moment and what a start.
Iemand het ook baie vaart, hy trap.
Ingehalu still going. Nibbit Peterson. Oh, what an amazing drive.
Into Mandy with the crucial tackle. Does he have the distance and the direction?
Does indeed. Fantastic. The bashes go up.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a beautiful day here in King Williamstown. As we build up to the start of the first team clash, Dale College versus Grey High School from Port Elizabeth. It's great to be with you this afternoon, and would like to welcome our co-commentator from Grey High School, Fenner Barnard. Welcome to Dale College.
Thanks so much, Keegan. Well, we've seen, I think, the best set of results for Dale at home against Grey PE since I started working at Grey in 2007. 14 A's, 15 A's, 16 A's was a draw at the death, third team to Dale, and finally the second. Bit of a shout out to my guys, 15 points to 10 up there. But it's been a good day at the office, and I think we're in for a cracker here.
No, right you are. Some really great results going Dale College's way today. Guys have played their hearts out on both sides of the paddock. It's great, obviously, the rivalry between these two fantastic schools within the Eastern Cape. Lots of tradition, lots of pride, and it's really been left all out on the field today. We're excited for the first team game, just as the first team names come up. Some names to look out from a Dale College side. We've got our captain Apalele Fasi, we Tando Zoki, Deshaun Mitchley, Sumane Kwekle, all in the back line. Fantastic players, ones to watch today.
Grey with the late change, number 10 LJ De Prez had a withdrawal due to a knee niggle. Replaced by Ronaldo Pedro, and Praveen Bosch, son of referee Philip, has come in as our number 9. And I think we're in for a very balanced game. Grey losing their first game last week against St Andrews College in a cracker. Unfortunately, no coverage there. St Andrews patrons, maybe you need to start thinking about putting your games out on a live stream using School Sports Live. It was a cracking game, 41 points to 36. And Dale had a good record as well this year. I think they're hitting 7 wins in a row at the moment. Obviously coming a little bit unstuck at the Kersney Festival, which is a test match a game. So I think we're going to be in for a big game of rugby today.
The Dale College first team definitely starting to hit their straps as we see the Grey boys run onto the field to do their traditional war cry.
Always good to see the boys with a smile on the face. This is supposed to be fun after all. I know I struggle to believe that myself sometimes. I'm under pressure we feel as staff and as boys. But these guys have shown a verve when they play the game, and they give their all both sides. So this is going to be uncompromising. Also, I suppose a quasi-political comment here. If you don't think black kids can play rugby, you need to get a king. This has been outstanding. Some fantastic running with the ball today. Some of the great sides well beaten. And yeah, rugby's alive and well in South Africa. I don't think that we have anything to worry about going forward into the future. We're probably stronger than we ever have been.
I think it's always exciting when two sides run up against each other, and it's hard fought, it's strong, it's well contested. At the end of the day, everybody walks off with a smile on their face, happy with the contest. Bodies on the line always, and I really think we're in for an absolutely cracking game here in the first team.
I like hearing that. It's quite hard to maintain that value, but that's got to be the core for the boys as we're trying to teach young men how to give their best, because they're supposed to go in a working environment and be fathers, etc. It's not about winning at all costs. You don't learn anything if you win every single time you play.
No, definitely. I think it's so many values, so many life lessons that are learnt on the sport field. It needs to be the right ones that we teach our young men.
For sure. See Sechlin Jazula back from injury, SA Schools in 2016, in SA under 18 side, and has had a bit of an ankle injury since Paul Rist, but it's good to see Sechlin out fit again. And I think he'll be taking the kicking duties over today with LJ De Prez missing.
There's a bit of a hush around the ground as the Grey High School boys look to kick off. Dale are going to be receiving. We've had quite a bit of wind this morning, but luckily it's baited for the time being. Sun's come out, decided to make an appearance. We've got perfect conditions for a great game of rugby.
Kick off down the middle here. It's taken in off the right, straight on the throat of Ronaldo Pedro. Live wire 9. It's a strong step. He chips down the line. Konza coming across. Oh, I think it's too much on that. His dead ball areas here. Dale are rock hard. The ball tends to bounce, and that's 22 dropouts to Dale. Pedro, I think Gray eliminating his strength to an extent, shifting this live wire. He's scored eight tries in the last 8 games. But Praveen Bosch is quite experienced. I'm a trick boy. Played 9 games the last season at 9, so he'll be looking forward to putting his mark on the game. Different kind of player. He's a general, kicks well with an educated right boot, and we'll see what he brings to the party. That's Pedro again. Good nudge downfield. Oh, he's found a good touch there. Close to the 10-meter line, Dale put in.
Fantastic start here by both teams. Feeling each other out. First line out now to Dale College. The field is rock hard. It's going to be interesting as the boys get used to the concrete and anything could take there. Tandus sends it out. Push Traber.
Yeah, this field isn't called the graveyard for nothing. It's many successful seasons, or depending, it's just, there's a turnover at the breakdown penalty to Gray. It's the graveyard. It's a tough place to play. Hard, but nice and fast as well, though, I will say. Guys said to get the ball wide here, you're rewarded because it rewards the speed on the outside. Gray with a couple of choices, and Jazula looking for touch on the left-hand side, it looks like. Keegan, struggling to see the referee with his camo outfit here. Camouflage seems to be working. Not another garish Eastern Province. We've got pink jerseys this year. Down on the border, they decided on a camouflage outfit. I'm probably happy the fashion police aren't in King today. Looking at the quick throw in, the rest bringing them back for the line out.
Interesting kick there.
Yeah, not the best strike. I was trying to avoid talking about it. I think Gray, you'll tend to see usually a 5-man setup. No, refs called the scrum here. Must have been a knock from the Dalian on the touchline. Didn't get to touch. Interesting, doing my research before this game. This is the 99th anniversary of the first clash between these two schools. So we'll bring up the centenary next year in PE. 95 matches. Gray with 47 wins, Dale with 37, and 10 draws. So that's a hell of a record. It's always in the balance. Dale have only won 3 of the last 18, so Gray sort of dominated the modern era to an extent. But I don't think, looking at junior results, that we can have it all our own way in the next few years, Keegan.
It's always hotly contested as the ball's fed in, taking out the base of the scrum, fed out.
Inside ball, Ewan Tate, cutting a line, offloads. Oh, Redfields has gone forward in the air there. Gray showing an intent to attack. That's what the crowd wants to see. The boys are positive about it. They had Paul Feeney working with them a few weeks ago, the Stormers attack coach. Told the kids if the All Blacks can make an average of 4 mistakes a match, why are you getting upset if you make 1? That's had a good effect on the boys' confidence when they do attack. I want to see the guys have a go, because that's what it's about at the end of the day, is supposedly having fun, as we said earlier.
Definitely, and today the conditions perfect for running rugby. Scrum goes down, ref's going to reset. I think as we have a look at the Dale setup here for this somewhat defensive scrum, split out both sides. I think the extra strategy would be to go to the captain, Apalele Fassi. Also, very good boot on the young man. Got a really good rugby brain, good rugby knowledge. So I think he'll be looking to take the ball upfield and get Dale into obviously better field position. Good scrum there by Gray.
Sort of gone to the right hand side. 9 kicking himself, clearing his lines. And Jazula's probably got too much time to make a decision here. Oh, he's beaten 2. Close to the touchline. Right, flag from the TJ there.
Adjudged to be a little bit higher.
Oh, interesting.
Obviously, especially this year, or always, but this year, refs being very, very strict on anything above shoulder height. Safety of the players is the #1 concern, and as it should be. So I think today we're definitely going to see the refs taking no bones about anything above.
Yeah, for sure. They've actually been very strict all day. Actually, the referees have been very impressive, I must say. Kudos to Dale College. We've had 6 guys being graded for Craven duty this year. Refereeing has been fantastic. And there's a more going. Ruan Jonker controlling at the back. Look, he's returned from injury as well. Ruan's another one of the 9 inclusions in the Craven side from Gray. And they're rumbling forward here. Have an anomaly. There's one in the second team for Gray. Javane, advantage there. Man has ended the ruck from more from the side. Referee sending them back. And the quick tap taken here by Jonker. Praveen Bosch. On to Wakasa line. The man with the thighs like tree trunks. He's gone very close here. Slowish ball. Moving wide to Pedro. He's asking the question. Oh, he's made contact. Feed the ball up. Bosch in a bit of trouble here. Frees up by Imatris. Oh,
Big hit.
good hit there. Great defense from Dale. Dean van Dijk with a direct route setting the target now. Gray going to the left. James Scott there. Big carry. Good work defensively from number 7 from Dale. Bosch having to dig for the ball. It's slow now. Warwick Griffin with a spin. Gray only meters away now. Expect they'll try and get the slow ball out.
Oh.
No, ref feels he's been holding on there. Good
Very
work on
well
defense.
done. Very well done there, Sipamandla Kwethe, our S-under-19 cricketer. Getting there to make that steal. Ref adjudged to be holding on in
So what is he, batter or bowler?
bowler, opening bowler.
Jeez, I think those national coaches are probably a bit nervous about the shoulders there.
It's amazing these young men these days. They try, which is a good thing, play as many sports as you can.
I think the multi-sport saw a stat a few weeks ago about the NFL. 90% of young men drafted into the NFL are multi-sport athletes, playing more than one school in high school. So the specialisation a lot of boys feel they need to do to play their oval ball game, I think is often necessary, and we're seeing that right there.
Yeah. Gray winning it against the throw.
Bevan Prince with a strong carry here. This man's got a weapon in his hand off. Oh, throws the off a little bit hard. It's gone backwards. Walk-across the line. Makes contact. Yeah, Bosch grabbing for the ball. Pedro brings it back inside. Oh, it's an inaccurate pass. Lake and Gray in the white scrum cap.
Dale looking to hold him up, but he goes down.
Probably should call a scrum here.
I don't think that's coming out, Dev.
No, he's giving a lot of
there we
latitude
go.
there. Ball has come out. Jazula with a drop caught. And that's quite a piss poor attempt if you ask me. So that'll be a 22 to Dale. Not really sure what is going through his mind with that decision.
Interesting, as 7 minutes gone in this game. Obviously just
Yeah, no score
nothing
yet.
was happening, so
Feeling
decided
so I'd
to
rather bang the up and under or have a run or something, I'd say. Kiwis don't really like the field goals, and neither do I. Always been on the outside. Kwali Konza in a bit of space here. 1-on-1. Oh, he breaks the
bouncing.
tackle. Incredible power there from Konza. Then a man's in the position for the steal, then number 5. Ref feels he's had time to place the ball. Gray going wide here. Philippa Henderson to Bevan Prince, who slips through a gap. Powers breaks another tackle. Oh, it's been lost forward at the base here. Gray must be a little bit impatient, but panicky here. Joel just hanging on at the moment. Oh, look at that power. Konza, the second one, it's broken. Interesting. Okay, he has released possession there. If you look at the replay.
Dale being called on here to make some big hits in the early stage of this game. Defensive lines have held strong so far, putting ground to pressure, getting them to make those quick decisions. Gray has done well in the scrums. We'll see Dale looking to get the ball in quickly and get it out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, no surprise. The coaching staff for the first team, we've got Byron Schmitz, played a bit for the Natal Wildebeest and in Scotland, and Alan Miles, the director of rugby, both front row guys. So I'd be surprised if a team that those two guys were involved with wouldn't scrum too well. And there we go, and Jazula drifting towards the middle of the field, and he cuts back towards the right. Inner contact, looks for the offload, always missed. Bevan Prinsu. Travis DeBrain, face heavily strapped this week. Number 6, our head boy. Dean van Dijk, hard as nails. Strong carry. And again, Bosch, I'm thinking he's going to look. Bosch looking for the box kick. No, changes his mind. Oh, and he's knocked it on at the base. Oh, goodness.
Good defense there again by Deshaun Mitchley, the number 11 for Dale College. Up to make 2 very quick tackles there.
Yeah, guys working hard on D. Gray seems to be struggling with this new halfback combination. Communication has been great between the two of them just yet. I see now another chance for the big guys to scrum that match within a match. Never understood the heavies. It's a loose forward myself.
Takes special kind of human.
Yeah, that special's the right word.
Tanazuki feeds the Dell scrum. Again, big shove by Gray, but Dell out quickly. Apelele Fassi, little dinky kick over.
Brilliant bit of play there with a
play.
chip. Oh, and intercepted. And Jazula's got some time to do something here. Oh, he's broken a couple of tackles. Throws a wild offload. The Bosch got some work, he throws it back in. No, flag is raised on the far side. I always feel these boys often get a bit of tunnel vision, not looking up. You put that on the foot. A lot of players concentrated in the middle of the field, and Dale could have been in a bit of trouble at the back there. But it is what it is. It's Alana to Dale. about 5 minutes from the grey 22, their first platform of attack inside the grey half.
Dell going for a short line out here. 4 men to the back.
Great ball there.
Tanazuki gives it out. Bush Traber takes it to the line, strong into the contact. Gray look to compete. Recycled well.
Must
Looks
have
like Matt Matsinya, strong player this.
good carry.
Takes the advantage line again. Tanazuki quick to the base. Upelele Fasi looking for
Well,
also with the drop goal.
Yeah,
again,
just as bad.
not a great effort. Interesting, these chaps looking to be a bit clever early on in this game. Didn't really work out too well there, but field position, 22 drop out to Gray.
I imagine Griffey pulling out the last bit of hair he's got on top of his head with that attempt. I've been very impressed with how hard Dell had carried in the contact today across all the sides. He's not scared to have a proper crack and get that positive carry.
Enrico Johannes, live wire little wing, takes it into contact on the 10-meter line inside Gray. Again, recycled ball. Supermandla takes it to the line.
There's advantage for a high tackle there. Drops for the drop goal again. No, up and under. Oh, he's had a mare there. No advantage forthcoming. Ref's having a chat. He's having a look there, talking to Bevan Prinsloo. That's a general warning to Gray for the high tackle. And I'd expect the T to come on now, Keegan.
Definitely within Upelele Fasi's range. A little bit of wind. I don't think it will have too much of an effect, but
yeah, this breeze has been interesting. It's blown quite hard at times today, then it's died completely. Blown softly, then blown hard, died again. And we're starting to feel it a little bit now. I think it might have turned slightly across to this corner of the field. We're opposite the grandstand.
Fasi got a very, very simple setup. Nothing too elaborate, just steps up, steps back, makes the kick. Got a lot of distance on it. Perfect, and through the
good.
upright.
Just any Paula dead, as our Afrikaans friends would say. And that's first blood to Dale, 3-0 after 12 minutes.
Great kick there by Fasi. Taking the points on offer. You know what, derbies like this, it's test match rugby, as you said in the beginning. You know, take whatever points you can get, whenever you can get them.
Got to score, you've got to get on the board. As long as you're moving forward, scoreboard's ticking over, that's all you want to do. I think Gray will be a little bit disappointed being the territorial and possessional dominance for 10 minutes, not to come away with any points. But it's first back to down. That's a great carry there. Sucking the defenders, quick ball wide would probably be option number one. No, penalty advantage. Coming through the middle there with the pink scrum cap. That's number 5.
Looks like they've held him up. Rambling forward though, I think they'll go back to that no advantage. Not releasing, the ref says. Fasi will look to put it up the touchline, get Dell into a positive field position, look to set up the line out. Really good run there. And that's a great kick there.
Finds a great touch there. It's a great position here. What's been the dominant strategy this year, Keegan? They look to drive first, or is it an OT ball? Try and set up in the middle, or we'll go wide straight away?
I think Dell's strength's always been in their back line. I think they've assessed the Grey pack today. Grey obviously dominant with their forward pack, so to try and take them on, I don't think that would be the plan. As they'll look to set a base, and there we go, break off, set their pod, and look to use the backs out wide now. Again, Upelele Fasi takes it to the line, little jink inside. There is a great job, Fasi found a little hole straight through. And Dell, like that, captain. Very, very good try to Dell.
Slippery as an eel. Silky skills there, Upelele Fasi. What a try. And that's 8-0 to Dale. Conversion should be a cinch from this sort of range. And great reward, you called it. Good work there. Asked the questions. This man really impressed us in our festival a few months ago. And there he's putting his mark on this game right away. Oh, great step on the inside. And he's left Praveen Bosch for dead. It's a great, great try.
And he adds the extra 2 points. 10-0, 15 minutes in. Very, very nicely done by Fasi there. Identifying the space, little jink inside. Caught the defender wrong-footed, and I think very simple try in the end. Well, therefore,
Not the sort of man I'd allow time to make decisions. I'd be running hard as hell at him, closing his space down. I must just mention again how wonderful this coverage is. School Sports Live. It's coverage to all people back home. We haven't managed to travel down to King and all over the world. All our old boys. Sure, there's been some banter this week. Think of some of the old Dalians that I know as well. And I hope you guys are enjoying this wonderful coverage here live on YouTube. And there, Gray's turn to possibly get on the board there. Great work from the restart. They've isolated the ball carrier. I think it's Travis de Bruin who's forced the penalty. No, they're going going for the corner again. No, Pravin Bosch looks like he's going to have a crack. Did some goal kicking at the end of last season for the first team by all accounts. And see if he can open his account as well here.
It's always so important once the other team has scored that you get back on the board as soon as possible. 3 points are on offer here.
It's funny, one of my colleagues at Grey always goes on about, he says, your try doesn't really count till you get out of your half again. And he's right. I mean, it's often you have this ding-dong boys, they slack off after they scored points, they don't concentrate from the restart, and Grey with a chance to narrow this cushion to one score. Oh,
it looks like he's hooked it a bit.
Commentator's curse here, he's pulled that to the left. Pravin had a long layoff to repair to an ACL over the off-season. He missed a few weeks of rugby and has finally got his start for the first team that he's been, I think, hankering after. Now it's Njazula again. Step off the left, into contact, driving the legs, but he's been held up.
Really, really strong work there by the Dell forwards. Looked like Bushtraber. And Dell have held him up and turned the ball over. Great work there.
That's a nothing bit of attacking play there again, and Njazula not looking to share the ball with his opponents, looking for space. And I think hopefully he's realised now that he's not going to run over people today, and he'll run at spaces, not faces going forward. Maori sidestep, I'd call it, but I suppose only Maori sidestep if you're successful with it. Very surprised by that British Lions result this morning. Crusaders finally coming unstuck. I think it's 13th match now. Finally a loss for them. So I think we're in for some cracking rugby down that part of the world as well.
Also excited for the Springboks later.
I think aren't they kicking off right now?
5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, luckily. So
we could see it.
You can watch a good game of schoolboy rugby and then head over, have a cold one, and enjoy hopefully a good Springbok win over the mighty French.
Are we talking nonsense here? And Bevan Prince, who's gone off the back of a big turnover scrum there for Grey. Walk-across the line. Now it's into the hands of I think Bevan Prince, who again set for the run. Ref advantage here to Grey. Wow, great work of that scrum. The metre and a half rule, always contentious. It's a safety rule. So to turn your ball over there, you've got to work really, really effectively, very quickly. And they ran with the Dell pack there. Prince again breaking a tackle or two, giving a walk-across the line, and then from the resulting ruck, Dell with hands in. Grey going for the corner this time. And let's see what they can bring to the party. I'm expecting a drive here. Maybe shift it to the back or go around the back there off James Scott. Let's see what they've got up their sleeve. Good take from Lake and Grey, and they've got set here. Ref said use it. No, they're getting some movement now. They're pretty close. I'm not sure what the call is there. Jonker
I
looks
think
to have
he's
gone
going to
over.
have a chat to the touch judge. Doesn't look too confident.
Try.
And they've given the try.
Ruan Jonker, first game back, he's been out for a couple of weeks. A little bit of a hamstring strain. And the big man goes over to score. He'll be in the Craven side for the second year this year. One of a large number of boarders in this Grey first team. Border day pot always a big talking point at the end of the year. Borders 140 strong, and they've beaten the Day Boys the last 7 years in a row, believe it or not. So that's always a good talking point, and I think this year they'll have a good crack at it again. Bosch with a more difficult kick now. A very unenthusiastic crowd response to that try. No one even jumped up and down or got excited remotely.
I think everybody's a bit surprised there. It was
a bit rather easy, in fact. Strolled over, splashed down in the corner like a slab of concrete. That dead ball area is. I'll probably be putting it down myself, not diving. And the conversion is looking a little bit better. No, it's across the face. It's 10-5. Dale lead. 50 minutes to play in this first half.
Really well done by Gray there. After Dale coming away with a couple points. Hitting back well. And it's now important from a Dale perspective to get back into the right areas of the field, get hold of the ball and play in the right channels.
Van Dijk takes that cleanly. Oh, referee says knock on there in the ground again. That's another error from the restart. Both sides a little bit jittery here, not switching on straight away, and it's advantage Dale. They've got an attacking scrum just close to the right-hand touchline. I see my man Fast, he's going to try and do something again. This fleet-footed, tall, lanky fly half. Any idea where he's off to next year?
He's actually going to the Sharks. He got one of our two guys at the Kersney Rugby Festival that received Sharks bursaries. Himself and Matt Masinia, number 13. Ball comes out at the back, tidied up by Zoki, not clean. Given back inside to Enrico. Puts a little grabber through.
Ewan Tate cleans up. Finds a bit of space. Offloads, and that's Jonker again, the show and go, the big man. Oh, and he's gone into touch.
Very good tackle there by Enrico, fronting up to the big man.
Surprised Gray looked to usually set the target there, control possession and exit. A lot of territory still to carry. And now Tails line out again. Another short one.
Under Mafanyana looking to set the line out. Cheeky little short one. Didn't quite go to plan, but Tandozoki is...
I noticed the hooker isn't throwing in, which is fairly unusual.
I think it's just a ploy where let the best thrower throw, I suppose.
For sure.
Let the best hooker hook. Cheeky little kick there by Pelele Fasi, identifying the space behind. Looked like it might go a little bit too far.
Wants to make sure there. Always get the jitters. You see these guys watching the ball bounce towards him instead of just getting the body between. Jazula goes quickly. Oh, he's had a horrible man. That's going to be a scrum to Dale. This man needs to come down to earth here and start playing a bit of rugby. That's a very, very silly error. No need to do that. And I think he might get a bit of trouble here at half time. It's a couple of decisions. He needs to come down to earth and start valuing the small things. Play some rugby.
I think we always say as coaches, do the basics.
Real coach killing mistake. The two realities of a coach are you'll be hired and you'll be fired. And it doesn't really help when coaches, not that our coaches are getting fired, when players make silly coach killing mistakes like that. Dale scrum here. Our man Farsi probably licking his lips eagerly. At this,
Under 22, Zoki feeds it in. Again, not a very tidy line out. Bush Trauber picks it up from the base. Dale look to get over the top. Tandozoki again. Ball at the base. Fassi takes it up under in the back line for a change. Good strong carry over the advantage line.
Well done by the tight head. Love seeing that wider pod. Let you move the ball a bit easier. Inside ball.
Looks like it's been intercepted by Gray.
Well done, Ruan Jonker. And Pedro bangs a wide one. The wind's held it up. And he's found an iffy touch here. And Dale still on attack. They'll probably be happy to get away with that mistake from Jazula. But again, now we have Dale with a good another line platform. They've put 6 into this one, two pods. Probably the back ball. And they've gone to the middle. That's a great setup. 9 does well. Fassi again to the inside centre.
Good strong carry there by Sipa Mandla. Again, Zoki at the base quickly. Bisholo takes it up into contact. Good strong run by him. Well held though by the Grey prop.
Warwick Griffin with a good tackle, but he's killed the ball though. Playing advantage. Fassi with a little grabber.
Fassi. And that is brilliant work by Fassi. Little jinky step. Down there to get over the ball quickly now.
Gray really going to shut that man's space down.
Ball needs to go wide.
Number 4 by himself. He's going 1-on-1 with Pedro.
Oh, big handoff there in the contact.
Now Gray a bit of
still danger
here
for Gray.
Very narrow in defence.
And Makabongwe Lepu, number 15. Great line there. Well taken. And a try to Dale. Really nice ball up there by the boys. They stayed patient. Good strong run. clever little play by Pelele Fassi. He knew he had the advantage, took advantage of that, and a really good try there in the end, finished off by the fullback Makabongwe Lepo.
15 plus 5, 10 minutes left in the half, and it's all Dale at the moment. Gray reluctant to respect the position, respect the territory, and being punished for that indifference or ineptitude. The boys have a bit of a chat behind the poles. I don't think this is over yet, only stretch of the imagination, but they need to come back down to earth and start getting some structure together. It's all Dale right now. Neat bit of work there, coming back 15 on the angle, and he smashes down, well deserved. That's 15-5 conversion to come. And the way fast he's playing, he's full of confidence. You've got to back him to put this over. Keegan, tell me about the badge on the left shoulder of the Dell jersey.
That's the Hamilton's Rugby Club in Cape Town, proudly supported by an old alien. He is one of the proud ambassadors of the club, and that's why their logo is on our jersey. He's also the man behind the Kalulo brand that you'll see on the front of our jersey, our main rugby sponsor. So that's where the Butch takes a good up and under there from the restart. Dale again looking to set the exit play. As you said, a try doesn't count unless you can get out your own half. Under Mafanyana takes it strongly into contact. Gray look to drive over.
Counter ruck is good there. We'll get back to Hammies in a second. It's off the foot, back into that ruck situation. Dale have hands on. Yeah, Hammies the oldest club in South Africa. They have had a bit of a revival in the last 5 or so years. It's great for the game. That boys think the game ends after they leave school, and it really doesn't. It only starts. And that's a great relieving kick. Deep into great territory again. Dale making good use of this little breeze in the first half.
Really good kick there by Fassi under pressure. So important to when you're going for touch, to find touch, get the ball out. Sure, with the Gray back three, I think kicking the ball straight down the middle of the field, it's going to get dangerous. Really nice move here by Gray.
Just with offload and Tate. And Tate taking into touch, and it's Dale ball again.
Good attacking play by Gray there. Shows how dangerous they can be if they're given a bit of space. Dale are going to have to be careful not to allow them that. The Dale defensive line speed today has been good up until this point, and I think they need to continue that. Try to close down the space that Gray are obviously looking to exploit.
Gray still trying to carry out of their own half. Possibly not backing themselves with a bit of a breeze. The throw, Dale ball again. Lovely platform, Fassi, and he sneaks another sneaky little chip over the top. He's got hands on, and Bosch puts a bit of a kick up. Kwanzaa coming around under. Show and go from 15.
Makabungwe Drepu, good take there. Looks like Grav looked to turn that ball over illegally, it looks like, by the ref. Advantage.
Yeah, off his feet.
Be interesting to see what Fassi does in this situation. Does he look to, is this within his range? It looks like he is going to go for poles.
Yeah, no need to panic here. Although I suppose you've scored a try from a line-out phase a minute or two ago. You've shown you can do it, and you could probably do it again. But I suppose also, just as we said, chipping away. 18 plays 5. Gray will score 2 tries to catch up.
Fassi obviously using confidence at the moment, not scared to try those clever little kicks over the top. It's the third time that he's done it, and
is he in the Cravenich side, or is he under 19?
He's under 19. He was in the Cravenich side last year. This year, unfortunately, not eligible due to his age.
Playing for board under 19, I suppose, in the Currie Cup at the end of the year. Look forward to watching him.
Good strike. The direction looks good, and the kick is perfect. 3 points to Fassi.
Wowee. 18 plays 5 here. And Gray with a lot of work to do.
Really crisp, clean strike there from Fassi to put Dale 18 points to 5 up. Half an hour gone in this game. As you said in the beginning, Test match rugby, take your points wherever possible, because sport's a fickle game, and the momentum can turn at any point.
Definitely. Great, definitely missing LJ Dupree today, their goal-kicking supremo. And it's a good contest again from this restart. They'll have secured possession. Well, they've got a bit of work to do to get out of harm's way here. Fossey with plenty of time. They've given him time to clear, and he finds a good touch.
Takes play up to the halfway line. Again, good touch finder by Fossey under pressure.
Exit play is such a critical part of the modern game. We never got coached that sort of stuff when I was a schoolboy. It's Dalla done really, really well under pressure there, and it's not Grace's turn to try and hold on the ball for a little bit. You don't need to try and be fancy word one. Build some phases, build some confidence, and make it happen. Oh, rush to the line up there. They've lost possession. Dell have knocked it on. Lucky for them, lucky escape there. Poor communication, not sure what's going on with the setup. And now they've got an attacking scrum on the 15. Maybe a chance at the backs to try and pull something out of the bag here. There's pressure on now. Old tennis term advantage, and it's all with the guys in red and black at the moment.
Be interesting to see what Gray does with the scrum. Obviously, they've been quite dominant up until this point, scrum-wise.
Dell defending with the wing up on the left, right wing also quite close. So Gray go to the open side. Pedro asks the question. Salon, no, sorry, that's Matris with a carry 13. Quick ball, Aiken Gray with a carry in the white scrum cap. Bosch again around the side. Inside ball to Jonker. Gets to ground. Lovely afternoon it's turned out to be, Keegan. A bit worried this morning when we arrived. It was cold and windy, but the weather's really settled down nicely. Well, looks like the AR is getting involved here.
Interesting, I didn't quite see anything. Obviously the touch judge feels that he saw something that he didn't like. Having a chat to the ref.
Perhaps worried we can't see him in his camo shirt. He wants to remind us he's still here. And now the referee's calling one of the Dalians over. Penalty to Gray.
Dangerous tackle. Be interesting to see what Gray decide. They look like they're going to go and try to set up that line out, turning the points down again. Line out has been strong today, other than that last one that they looked to just rush a little bit.
Bit of a pea shoot touch finder there from Jazula. Now they probably look to drive again. They've got them all in there. That's a 5-man. Gray getting nice and tall, and they set them all again.
Good strong context there by Dale, looking to push him towards that touchline. Grave reset it again.
Dunker breaking off, ruck ball.
Advantage to Gray.
This is reaching a point now, Delby a bit worried. It's about the third or fourth penalty in the red zone. It's a cliche being thrown around in the last couple of years. And they'll go for the corner again.
Why stop something that's working, I suppose.
Play your strengths. Plenty of variation on the option now.
Dale, as you say, need to be careful. I think hopefully the ref might be losing his patience a little bit. It'd be important that if they do look to sack this, to sack it legally, or to stop this maul.
Back to Philip Bosch, to Philip Way Henderson. Philip's played lock and prop this year for the first team. That's a great setup they've got there. Bevan Prince controlling at the back. Still got men in front of him. Now they're fragmented. Very close there.
Dale defense going to be tested here.
Henderson driven back. Still got possession though. That's Prinsloo. Powerful, he goes close. Tackle needs to roll away here. No, the turnover's good. Ref says he's happy with it. Great work in defence again by the Dalians.
This is...
Oh, what's going... not really sure. Is that a try?
As a red, looks like the ref is giving a try. Thought for a second there Dale had the ball.
Yeah, we've had a close-up view. It's a bit far to see from where we're sitting. I'm not really sure, but not going to complain about it. 18 plays 10 with a conversion to come. And now the Italians captain's having a bit of a chat here. He's a bit incensed. But that was very unusual. I'm not really sure. Hope we can get a replay here from the producer. Where does the try come? Salon pulls the ball away. I'm not really sure who got the try there. Waka Salon, the great 12, is immensely powerful. He's our only member of the SA Green squad at the moment. Playing his second Craven week, has been a star right through from Grand Como. Our man is stopping, very powerful in those close quarter situations, so I wouldn't be surprised if he got hands on in that situation. They're going to struggle to stop him from putting it down. And Anjazula's taking over the kicking duties.
It should be the last player of the game.
Of the half.
Yeah, the half. Apologies.
No screamer, and he's missed it. 18 plays 10. Well, I think a very fair reflection, Keegan, there of the first half. Dale with the ascendancy, 18 points to 10. And, yeah, I mean, Farsi has been superb in the first half. He's really got Dale in the good positions. He's kicked well out of hand. And, gee, the sidestep, that one try on the man has got magic feet.
Really is a special talent. Got a very good brain on him. Also fantastic, he's first team crew captain as well. Once again, going back to what we said about these young men being such superb athletes that they can pick up basically anything and give you something out of it. I think it's the modern schoolboy where, you know what, they just excel at everything that they seem to put their minds to these days.
There's some highlights of the first half. Kolikonza with a big carry there. Now we see Farsi here. This little step beats Bosch on the inside. Shows how much it means to him to go around under the poles. And this will be Ruan Jonker's score, sneaking around the outside from that driving ball situation. Yeah, there's so many cliches, Keegan, about who wants it more, but it's fairly indicative right now. They'll have the lead, but if they slack off, I don't think Grey are done yet. Yeah, we're going to see this fantastic Dell second try.
Big
lovely work there. Pedro getting shrugged off like a little mosquito. This is Lepu, the fullback, if I'm correct. Coming back on the cut.
Really good line here that Makabongwe took. Hot knife through butter.
Oh, very difficult there.
Very difficult to stop a man in flight like that, so close to the line.
No, yeah, we might see the view of Gray's second try. Salon there, Salon's got the ball. He's pulled free, swung, yeah, there he scored. One of the more unusual tries I think you'd see from a guy like that, but we won't complain.
Definitely not. Again, 18 points to 10, first half done here in King Williamstown, Dale College versus Grey High School. As you say, Fenner, game's definitely far from over. Both sides have had their chances. Dale coming up on top for the first half, but definitely can't stack off. You know, it's so easy these days for you to take your foot off the gas and then the opposition makes you pay. When there's such small margins separating teams, you have to play until that final whistle goes, otherwise you're going to be found wanting.
Well, this Grey side learnt that lesson last week. They were up 26-10 against St Andrews. Conceded a try on the stroke of half-time, 29-15 at half-time. And then we're up 36-20 odd. And then ended up conceding a lot of points in the second half. St Andrews were unbelievably good on the day, I must say, the old enemy. First time they've beaten us in 7 years. Well, very well deserved, and I don't think many sides in the province are going to stop them this year. When do you guys play against College?
Obviously, we have one more game before our term breaks up for the June holidays. The first week back in August, when we come back, we go up to Grahamstown and play St Andrews. Obviously, a very tough contest. We now, obviously, in the June holidays, first week we off to as I'm sure you guys are off to Cape Schools.
Yes,
so a lot of rugby that these boys do play these days. You know, it's a full schedule, so it's non-stop, and every week you're running out against top opposition. That's why, you know, it's South African rugby, as you said in the beginning, is stronger than it's ever been. Actually, the future is brighter. You know, there's such fantastic schoolboy players, and the pipeline is full of talent, and you know, just waiting for them to make that next step.
Probably got too much to choose from schools level up. Cape Schools week in Rondebosch. I think it's 1st and 3rd of June. Of July. We'll be playing against Bullant Landbou in a high-flying Sax 15. It should be a cracking game. Really looking forward to that one. And who are you guys up against?
We up against Rondebosch on the first day, and then that Sax side as well on the second. You know, going to Cape Schools, you're playing the top schools in the eastern and western Cape. You know, Same as Kersney Rugby Festival, every game you get is a test. No easy opposition, and at the end of the day, the team that wants it the most, as cliched as it sounds, and who takes the opportunities, that's the small margins that win a game like that.
Well, if the weather holds, so it's nice and dry, I'm advantage Dale for me in a couple of those games. If it's a bit wet, our boys don't really like the mud. Horrible stuff down in the Cape at times when it's a bit muddy and rainy. We will bring those games all will be broadcast on School Sport Live as well. Look forward to those bumper days of rugby, 4 games each day. Yeah, lots to look forward to in the season still. And as I was going to say, no easy games at this level anymore. Everyone's working very, very hard at their rugby. And if you just assume your old school's going to rock up and win on a Saturday, you're sadly mistaken. Sadly mistaken. And so this Grey side, highly rated, 9 Cravenwick players and two academy players. Dealt with a couple of Cravenwick guys of their own, and I think 2 or 3 academy side players as well.
Correct.
So some provincially laden sides here, and they're putting on a bit of a display. Crowd seems a little bit pensive. I think they want to see the ball moving around. It's been a little bit more technical today. Dale have, I think, played within themselves to an extent. They played the situation well, but it has paid off. It's resulted in 3 tries and a penalty for this man Farsi, who's been outstanding. He's been my player of the match so far.
Ref blows his whistle. That man Apelele Fassi kicks off. Nice high kick.
Taken Laken Gray on the grade 11s. He'll be back next year. He's been an absolute tower of strength in the lineouts and in tight play for Gray this season. He's one of the tricks there, Bevan Prinsu. Bevan started off in the 14B side as a scrum off. I might have mentioned a few times this year. Coach moved into loose forward, and under 16 he really came into his own. But his injection of pace there. I'm addressing the space. Good carry. Dale in position for the turnover. Ref's happy.
Looks like they'll turn this ball over.
The ball hands on.
Slow to come out. Tanozuki gets to the base of the scrum, sends it out.
So the wide, great pass.
Very nice pass there.
This
This is dangerous. Little cut back there. Be important here for Dale to just short of the line there. Dale again. Tanozuki sends it out wide. Deshaun Mitchley just short and into touch. Danger averted for someone for Gray there. That was a very good surge there by Dale College, identifying the space out wide. Good flat pass by Fassi, cutting out 2 or 3 players, getting on the outside of the Gray defence, and
great camera work there. A couple of guys sitting in front of us on the stand. You're quite incensed by that, but definitely into touch. Oh man, in the camo there, you might just see a flag moving around. Stop player is having a bit of a chat. It looks like having a chat to both captains. Come on, referee, you got a whistle in your hand. Take charge, mate. You shouldn't be talking to the boys every 5 minutes. I should respect you. A lot of chat, means a lot to them. A lot of communication going on. I think times the refs misinterpret the communication as being directed at them.
Lots of pride, lots of passion out there.
Yeah,
boys want to play. Boys want to play hard. Obviously, there's a line. Don't cross the line. But also, first team rugby players. We're first team rugby players.
I must mention that Dale coming off a win last year. They won in Port Elizabeth the first time in many a year. Great performance from them. Okay, the Bevan Prince going with the exit. This man's got a weapon in that handoff.
Big hit there.
Travis de Bruyn's got hands on. He burrows forward. Gets the ground. Warwick Griffin over the top. I want the exit now. Bosch very calm into these situations. And Pedro has found a comfortable touch there. The youngster, this new halfback pair. So probably find each other. Neil Bilby, our director of sport, in picture there. Hockey man, Bilbs. Big supporter of rugby. Does a lot of work for us behind the scenes. Sure he's enjoyed his day. He got banged on the leg. He umpired a hockey match this morning, and he's been limping around. His shin's a bit blue. Top man, Neil Bilby.
Dale over the top.
Oh, ref says off the chest. No knock.
Oh. Brave call by the referee. Dale a little bit fortunate there, I think. Looks like Gray's turned it over, though.
I think a bit of justice off that decision. Laken Gray with a turnover. You know, always tough ones. But at the same time, I always tell the boys when I'm coaching, I say, guys, there's no option. The referee's decision isn't final. It's the only decision. He's in charge. You've got to listen to what he says and play to his decisions.
Absolutely. I think Makai some cliche. The number 2 for Dell, making a little bit of a silly error there. Gray haven't found touch. Giving Fassi a little bit of space. He looks to pump it downfield.
Zuna probably expected to kick it right back. Yes. Oh, he's had a mere gain. Skews of his boots. The ref is unhappy about something there.
I think it looked like Deshaun Mitchley was taken off the ball there after he kicked that through.
Silly stuff. Buddhisman has been a bit of a chink in the armor for Grey this year. They've had a couple of cards in the past couple of weeks. No, the ref isn't calling anyone over.
I think just a penalty.
Asking what they want. And he's moving into where the ball landed from the kick. And he's having a crack at goal, as I would too take the lead out to 3 scores. Or 2 scores, sorry. Grey need to score try and something else to catch up at the moment. 21-10 makes it even harder.
Good call there by Fussy if he slots us over. As we said a number of times today, take the points, take him an offer. He's been kicking well today. Didn't seem like missing. We don't want to put the commentator's curse on him, but yeah, being in the Grey half, I think it's important to come away with something. Hopefully he can slot this over, take it to a 21-10 lead to Dale College.
Dale have been tactically flawless today. They've played in the right areas of the field. The decision making has been good. And you're seeing a bit of the opposite from the other side at the moment. Oh, he's pushed it past the left.
And there, that commentator's curse, unfortunately. Fussy just not making the most of that one.
I mean, if Aaron Crooney can make 4 mistakes a test match, why can't he make one?
Yeah, absolutely. I think sometimes we forget that these are schoolboys.
Yes, for sure.
17, 18 years old.
Playing at the top of their game, the highest level they'll play at, besides provincially. And possibly at times provincially. I mean, these games are close. Teams, they know each other better, they're more organised, and they are being thrown together in a provincial side for a couple of days. Chop over the top. Dean van Dijk carries strongly there, make sure of possession. And a good carry for Grey, edging out of their half for the first time in the second half. Bosch charged down.
Ball's slopping around there. Looks like Grey have it, but well driven back in the tackle there by Fussy. Grey look to regroup.
Jazula finding a cautious touch. Shadell will take it quickly.
Yep. Tanazuki takes it quickly. Makabongwe Lepu.
There's space too.
And a bit of space. He's got a wing on the outside.
Matrissa a lot to do here.
Little chink on the inside.
Great tackle.
Looks like it's come off a Grey boy.
Lakin Grey with a good carry. Nervous moment, Shadell looking threatening every time they move it wide.
Oh.
Now it's almost reaching a point where the referee's going to warn someone here. That's not 10 metres. 3rd or 4th time the Dalians put their hands in. I want to see Grey get out of their half here. No,
not trailing away. Dale have to be careful here. Penalty count building up, unfortunately.
Calling time, he's going to call someone over, as you predicted.
I mean, chat there to the captain.
You don't want to see him balance these sort of silly things. I mean, a punch or a kick or a bite or a lick or something like that. You can understand it, but for hands in a ruck, boys, just listen to the referee and try and control yourself, control your emotion. I hate to see a side down to 14 men. We were down to 14 for 10 minutes in the second team game. Should have been 5, and I won't complain for a similar situation. And Seklen Jazula finds that's a better strike from him, probably his best of the day, in front of the pavilion there with a divided Dale staff. Not really sure where our rector is sitting today.
I think he's up there too, next to our headmaster, Mr. Mark.
Yes, there he is.
And there are the Galley watching this game intently. It's gone a bit dark here at the graveyard. Sun gone behind the clouds there.
Below the top, and Van Dijk can't handle it. Another unforced error here from Grey, the high risk option to the back. They'll have really contesting in the middle. Quickly.
And Mafanyana takes it strongly to the line.
Love how these boys carry. I'd love to take a few of them home with me. Referee advantage for all sides here.
Bisholo again. Another good strong over the advantage line. Dale Parlin. Ball slowed down slightly. Again, Grey trying to compete over that ruck. Dale and they've turned it over.
Van Dijk. Matris stabs it ahead. Tate has a lot of work to do here. The bounce is kind. Oh, and it's that man Fassi again.
Fassi's got a bit of space. This is always dangerous.
I think Bosch was committed there.
Yeah. No,
Jazula caught in possession for the 3rd or 4th time here.
Looks like he was able to place that ball. Grey looked to set up the exit strategy.
Going to
work the pods.
Timmy Griffey keen to use his bench in the second half, or did he let the guys play a whole game? Pedro asking the question.
I think it's always important you play the game, you play the situation. Obviously,
Salon.
Yeah, dangerous here.
Pass inside, it's Jonker. He stabs it ahead. Oh,
so Mandla gathering there. Dangerous position. I think it looks like the Grey Boy's gone off his feet. Dale might get out of jail. Free card. Tandozoki. Live wire little scrum off. Has a bit of space. Fussy. Rico Johannes
trouble here
on the
for
wing.
Gray. Stabs it ahead.
Little bit
too much on it, I think.
Yeah.
But no,
it sits up perfectly for Fussy. And that is another try to Dale. Captain Fussy out of nowhere from their own half, well within their 22. And just like that, Dale had gone almost the length of the field to score another try. Fantastic there by the back line. Zoki started it off. Fussy finished it off.
And this Grey side, all of a sudden, they're steering down the barrel here. 23 points to 10 conversion to come, which is an easy one too. And that's sensational stuff. Festival sort of rugby here. Hand to hand, the kick downfield, and Dale with just far too much pace for this Grey side, who are looking shell-shocked at the moment. They really have to dig deep and find some answers. They need to hold on to the ball for a bit longer. They need to trust each other and make something happen here. But sensational stuff from a neutral perspective. Great work, Dale. This man's playing out of his skin today.
There he is. Yeah, we see a replay. Johannes Pace makes the decision. We thought it went a little bit too long, but bounces the rugby ball. Sits up perfectly there for Fussy. And
spearing dive, not enough. And they like that. The crowd going buck wild here. Not much song today from either school, being a little bit disappointing in that regard. Conversion is good.
Good kick by Fussy. Brilliant kick by Fussy there. It was a little bit harder than I thought it was.
Yeah, the bounce of the ball is unpredictable, as we know. The pull does scream all over the show and bounce perfectly there. Sometimes it's your day, and it's been Dale's day so far. Grey looking, need to find something here.
11 minutes gone in the second half. 25-10 to Dale College. It's going to be important for Grey to get themselves into the right areas of the field. Try to limit those errors. Looks like Dale's made a bit of an error here, letting the pull bounce. Well tapped back there by the Grey centre.
Yeah, Matris, another Kramer Inclusi, second year in a row. Bevan Prinsu, standing start, breaks a few tackles. And now they're going to set the target here. They're going to start going through the phases, get their big ball carriers into the game. Oh, the ref's unhappy about something here.
It looks like the ref's going to go to his pocket. Unfortunately, just too many errors from Dale, and unfortunately we're going to see 14 men for Dale for 10 minutes.
Silly decision there. We spoke about that earlier. And with a lead like that, the last thing you need to do is give away. Grey really haven't been fluent on attack. They've been struggling to get going. So why you'd want to go and risk a yellow card? The game wasn't on the line. There's 22 minutes left, and that gives Grey a chance here. I think they'll probably go wide, probably bring it back wide again and try and catch Dale on the overlap. Well, I could be totally wrong, but probably the drive. They're going to full line out here. It's a Manyonka again. Gone to the front, Lake and Grey getting up nice and tall, and they've set them all. They've got to be careful here. Yonka still going. And great defence there from Dale.
Very well defended there by Dale. Grey's forward pack has been dominant today. Lineouts especially. Grey looked to set that line out perfectly. Dale just coming through the middle and driving it towards the touchline, getting into touch.
Great defence there from Dale. Grey will be irritated with themselves. If we're having a chat to front row holder there, Bike and assistant extraordinaire. Cheeky buggers the buyers, always having a say, putting a bit of pressure on. Oh, it's bounce free. Philip Henderson with a carry. Going a bit sideways now. Gonna let him go, his knees on the ground. Slow ball here, pick and go, pick and drive. It's been an effective tactic for Grey. They've struggled to get it wide this afternoon. Going close again.
Dale's pillar defence is going to have to really show some balls here. Under the cosh.
Wayne Henderson, and he scores. Big stretch from the big man. And that's 25-15. Grey, maybe the start of a comeback. Big full Wayne Henderson. Great team man. Stepped up and played tight head for a few weeks when his team needed him to. Versatile player. He's captain of the Grand Coma side in grade 10. Hasn't been selected this year. Surprisingly so, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. And full heart and soul rugby player. I think we're not going to see him come off with that sore wrist. Chizula want to put this kick over and try and narrow Grey now with their third try. No one kick has gone over yet. So they could have been within 4 points. Actually, with a penalty, probably within one. So none from 4 at the moment. Going to be 1 from 5. Oh, another poor kick. This man is not having a great day at the office at all. And that's 25 to 15.
Grey right back in the game though.
Yeah, definitely. So play the game in the right areas of the field. This age group has done very well since grade 8. Van Dijk cleaning up the mess. No, he knocks it on. It's another error from the restarts.
Restarts haven't been great from either side today.
No, boys, not as we talk about. Scored try and let one in. Dale, good value for the lead. You had 20 minutes to go.
Going to be important for Dale now with the man off the field. Just hold on to the rugby ball for as long as possible. Eliminate the chances for Grey.
I wouldn't say that. If I was Griffey, I'd be saying, guys, play your game.
Absolutely.
Don't stop. You try and play differently, you might make a mistake or two. Keep the momentum going. Keep the ball moving. Score some more points because they've been sensational on attack this afternoon. Great scrum from Grey. Sort of a knock there. Ref has missed it. Now I'm asking the question. Dean Van Dijk pulls him to touch. They're flirting with the touchline, yeah.
Soki did well to keep that ball in. Mix it some cliche, takes the ball up, still going. Good left drive. Hard man to bring down. Soki again at the base. Feeds it out wide to Fussy. Back inside to Enrico Johannes. He's had a good game today. Grey looked to try to turn over. Unfortunately, laid back by Dale. Juggled a bit there by Sipa Mandla. He's taken the ground. Big contact there by Bush Kaba.
Kaba knocking the stuffing out of Bevan Prinsu. Inside ball from Fussy.
And he's still on his feet. Strong in the contact there, the Dell. Fussy, there's a little bit of space out wide. Fussy goes back inside. Oh! Fortunately, just came out in the contact there. Very well defended there by Grey in the end. Fussy finding a little bit of space, and
I'm surprised by the lack of adjustment, but defence on Grey. I'd be closing this man down as fast as humanly possible. Standing and waiting, being toilet seated as they call it. Guy flies past you. And the Dell crowd are in song here all over the field. Get behind their team here. Energy, the belief is kicking in. Could this be 2 years in a row for Dale?
Still a lot of game to play. Still a lot of heart that needs to be shown from both sides.
Big moments in the match here.
Very big. Big scrum.
I take it that's an old boy stand. Young Dalians from all over. A lot of banter this week. I'm sure at the water fountain at work and between old friends and family members who've gone to these two great schools.
I think this is why this SSL production is so important. It's fantastic for our old boys from around the world to be able to stream in. Get that very, as we're talking, great little extra trade by Grey.
Salon and Prince combining, these two have been phenomenal all season long carrying the ball. And that's the 45 metres they've gone. Bosch pumps it downfield.
Zoki chases after it.
Dale's got some work to do here. He beats him with a step on. Just see the flat-footed, risky offload.
Dale need to get back there and help.
On the patience here, Grey. You've got the territorial advantage. Force him to kick the ball at your line out. And that's a good net gain. No. Yes, it is. Kicker straight out. No, it wasn't his 22.
It wasn't the 22, luckily.
Wasn't carried back. And that's exactly what Grey need. A bit of a net gain. There we have a stony-faced Rector. Just Eddie looking a little bit more relaxed. But a lot of rugby to play.
Attacking line out here for Grey just outside in between the 10 metre and 22 of Dale College. Look to go the back again. Set that maul.
It's another good drive from Grey. They've got advantage for collapsing here. They want to make this count. Gray have shown some tremendous fight this season at times. I think in the Paul Roos victory, scoring 2 tries in the last 5 minutes to take out their heavily favoured opponents from Stellenbosch. Oh, that ball's gone to no one. Still play, the players standing around. No advantage.
If we'll come back for the collapsing. If I'm a betting man, I'll say Gray's going to go look to set up the line again.
They've got them all.
I think Down needs to have a look at their strategy now, how they're going to combat this. Gray's done well the whole day, actually. Sitting there driving more. Dell hasn't really had an answer up until this stage. It'll be interesting to see what their call is here. Do they go up to compete? Do they look to sack it straight away? Or do they look to power bodies in to try and stop that more?
And they set the target again. Gray all in. And they're rumbling forward. They missed the sack, Dale. Now it gets interesting. Can they keep their structure close to the touchline? Ruan Jonkers will be patient here. That's a great effort. Try time. Beautiful stuff. See what it means. Bevan Prince are getting very pumped up here. They've got a lot of work to do still. 25 plays 20. And they've got to find a way to make a kick here. Wonder if they're not looking at that bench a little bit, eyeing out some other players. Get a man on you, could nudge it over. Same as catches in cricket, catches win matches. Their conversions in rugby. We've got to get them over. Gray with their 4th try here. That's 4 tries each.
4 tries each.
4 tries each. The Greys have all come in close quarters. Now Jazula. He's SA Schools player. Oldest man on the side, he's 19. I hope that the man's experience will carry him through this. Look for him to do something here today. He has been the man for the big occasion numerous times. And it's time to step up. What can he do with this kick? Pensive crowd look on from behind. Wonderful to see people sit quietly while the guy's going at goal for a change. Horrible thing that's crept into rugby in the last couple of years, the booing. Listening to get my favourite ground units. And it's over! Can you believe it? He strikes one of the hardest kick he's had all day. And Gray within 3 points. All to play for.
Really well worked by Gray there. It's now important.
3-point gap here. Long way to go still. And that's fantastic discipline there from the Grey boys. Keep rumbling. There's always a temptation to break off the back. And he's taking his time. He's at the big guys in front of him, carrying forward. And he's over.
As the restarts.
Bounces free again. Well, this is a disease here, Grey guys. Not really lying for the wind there. They're bouncing free. Dean van Dijk, he's getting up a bit gingerly here. And I wonder if the coaches, I don't see anyone warming up either bench. If we're going to see a couple of changes being made. Some fresh legs, maybe a bit of a different strategy perhaps. No.
Not just yet. Looks like the Generals haven't got their game plan, they've got their strategy, and they're going to stick to it at the moment.
Salon, another positive carry from him. He's a real banker player on your side, crosses the advantage line every single time he gets the ball. Pedro can't kick it out straight away. It's been passed back in the 22.
Out to Zoki, well taken.
Great work there, not to touch the grass. And he's going to have a crack here. They better put him down. Oh, James Scott, the big man. Didn't hold on long enough for the turnover there. Nearly had hands on. Fassi will just happily bang it back downfield. Pedro covers. What a great kick there
by Fassi.
That's a fantastic
kick. It out straight away.
Good work.
Bounce the rugby ball favouring Fassi. Looks like Gray wanted to take it quickly. I don't think that would be advisable. Fassi just relieving a bit of pressure there. Getting back into Gray's red zone.
And the wind is sort of just, term swirling probably comes to mind. It's not really blowing the length of the field anymore. Coming down towards this right-hand touchline with Dale playing from direction Dale are playing, down to the nearest to us on the far side from the grandstand. There's a pressure throw, the big moment in the game again. Lake and Gray, another banker ball, and they're rumbling forward. Bosch puts it up. It's a bit of a misdirected one. Will he find some grass? No. Safe as houses here. The man who had the card, he's back on. Prince Hugh, despairing dive. Oh, it was iffy past that. Referee happy that it was fine.
Well held there by Makabongo Kepu. Takes it into the contact. Dale again look to just rumble it up. Got to earn the right to go wide. There they go. They got a couple numbers on the outside.
No, he slipped out the tackle. Beats another one. Great clean there. Dale been very good in the ruck situation today. They've maintained possession for long periods of time. The skip pass, Farsi gets hands on. Oh,
wow,
Ron Jonker making a big, important tackle. He'll want to ruck past the ball there. It's that man Farsi. Geez, he's been outstanding today. Very influential. Great work from Bevan Prince. Turnover forced you. Scrum down, grey ball. No advantage.
No advantage. Unfortunately, some cliche getting caught with the ball, getting driven back, nowhere there to help him.
Two faces for radio in picture right now. Great to be bringing you this coverage from School Sports Live. Wonderful incentive, I think, of various old greys and supporters of our school back in Port Elizabeth who've been able to make the trip. Hope you guys are enjoying the broadcast. It's been a wonderful day's rugby here. It's been all Dale College most of the day, except for my wonderful second team, Alele Blue. First side of win on the main field today. But kudos to Dale, they've been fantastic and full value in this first team game at the moment as well. Also, Solana with a big carry.
Sold the dummy and well held in the contact there. Looks like Dale have a full contingent now, 15 men back on the field. Gray making the most of the man advantage, getting themselves right back into this contest, and yeah, again on the attack, looking dangerous.
Now this is where those hours in the gym, those early mornings, those training sessions when it's dusty and hot and you're tired and you're doubling up summer sport and winter sport. Penalty to Gray in front of the poles. This is when it's going to count, these last 10 minutes. How hard you worked in your pre-season. Both teams are sucking air a little bit here. Decision time here. What are you going to do if you're a great coach? Keegan?
I think no, they're going to go for the points. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, I'm not sure I'd have done that. I suppose it is the banker call here. Level things up a little bit. Another return. It's Grave. That'll be... they've had 12 unanswered points. Dale have been a little bit panicky the last 10 minutes. A couple of unforced errors. That yellow card, that ruck definitely had settled their strategy at the break time. They've been a little bit pensive. And Grave had the better of the collisions defensively and attackingly. And they want Njazula to stick this over. They've been full value the last couple of minutes and they deserve a couple of points here. Without the man's concentration today. He was steely out of that last one from the corner and hopefully he settled his nerves and he'll be able to stop this one as well.
Very important now for Dale. No matter whatever happens here, go back to their game plan, go back to their basics. It worked well for them for the first half. Unfortunately, he's pulled that again.
Kick. I'm surprised they're not considering a substitution here. Get another man on here. Not necessarily for the fullback, but someone who put some kicks over. And he's missed a sitter there in front of the poles. And our Grey are finding themselves in a situation where the only way they're getting points is if they score tries. So I think any more penalties from now on, you're going to see them going straight for the corner again. That effective maul.
Dale here need to get themselves playing in the right areas of the field again. That's what Fussy does, looks to kick it as far as he possibly can.
And that's Pedro. He's never cracked here. The man's a bit of a speedster himself. And there's a bit of space wide. Imatris breaks one, slips, offloads. Dean van Dijk continues the momentum down the middle of the field. He offloads. Bevan Prinsloo. Good handoff again. He's in space. Oh, it's a good period here. Lake and Gray. Close to the ruck. It's all Gray at the moment. Prinsloo goes wide. Oh, it's an iffy pass. Konza breaks the tackle. Dale have won that little battle in the air. Dale all of a sudden
Dale still got the ball. Ball's not out.
Oh, we have a flag up on the far side.
Flag up in the corner now.
Dale panicking a little bit on defence here. Not really getting back and defending that ruck, and they're finally starting to exploit space. Bit of panic there. Gray probably wanted to keep that ball, set that wide ruck, set the runners again, come up the middle, keep possession, because it's been working for them. Really try and set that runner up, look to even set up a maul in the middle of the field. And that's Travis de Bruyn's turn to take the ball. Dale walking away from the ruck this time, wisely. This is Ryan Adams being brought on here.
Oh, stolen by Matt Patinia. Really well rucked there in the tackle.
Adams been a little bit embarrassed by that. Had a good game for the seconds. Strong man.
Fussy identifying a bit of space behind the defence. Dale going to look to chase up here in a line. Try and put Gray back in their 22.
It's Konza looking rather tired. He gives it to Adams. Ball in both hands. Show and go. Makes contact. Ryan, one of those bench players, he'll be back next year, grade 11 boy. Played Grand Como last week. Showed this depth that we are blessed with at grade PE. Pedro wisely stabbing it downfield, Fassy's covering. The bounce is fairly kind to him. No one's chased Gray, the chase lines, they want him to kick the ball. And he finds a fantastic touch. What a great kick. This kid's played out of his skin today.
I think it shows that rugby brain from Fussy. Denton was slowing the game down a little bit. Finding a good touch. He was in his 22, so he can put it straight out. Interesting,
you saw those chase lines there. Gray decided to maintain the 10-metre line. They had a good line across the field. Happy to say kick the ball so we can get the line out. We often get a bit frustrated when guys don't chase, but there's some good strategy on defence there. Someone's boot's been tossed over the touchline.
Again, Dale not looking to contest the line out. Strong
Salon
run.
cuts free. He's open. Offloads. Bevan Prinsloo. Set the ruck. Be patient. Here's what they need to do. No, it's Imatris on the outside. He gets a very
good tackle.
No, he's lost the ball forward.
What an amazing cover tackle there by Matt Matinya.
Great defence there. Definitely. Surprised that Graver is not adjusting to the law. If your jumper does make contact, you have your wedge as long as the ball's not at the back. There's no truck and trailer. They've panicked a bit there. Dale's tactic has upset their rhythm. But geez, showing they can still run the ball. We haven't seen much of it the last couple of weeks. Matris, he's a flyer. Played wing for Eastern Province last year at Craven Week. Diminutive, heart of a lion. He and Waka Solano are inseparable. Firm fast friends since they were 13 years old.
Yeah, see that ball out there. Thought he was in for all money here. Got on the outside. Really great cover defense there by number 13, Matinya.
Work.
Quick over the ball, then just a little knock on. Body strewn all over the field. It's been a hard fought contest here. Yeah, nothing less than what we expected.
No quarter given or taken here today. It's been an absolute outstanding game again. And Gray going to rue the number of kicks they've missed here.
So spectators looking on pensively. Game can go either way. 5 minutes left. 3 points in it.
2 penalties and 3 conversions Gray have left out on the park here. And any one of those have gone over. Different ball game.
Soki to feed the scrum.
It's a great scrum.
Gray put a really good push on there.
Once he gets time to wind up, he finds a good touch. And Gray's still down in their half. They've still got time. Where's the wind turned around here?
Looks again like it's swirling.
Feels
picking
like
up a little bit.
From behind Dale now. So Gray have lost the advantage of the wind. They want a maul here. The brain goes up. Just make contact. You're just going to make contact. There we go. Set the maul. There we go. Great ascendancy there.
Dale done well to slow it down. Gray decide to let it out.
It's in Jazula. Open offload here. No. Okay, and he goes into contact. He's committed a couple of defenders this time. One of his better carries today.
Dale definitely identifying the threat that he poses.
A bit of a neck tackle there. Referee happy to play continue. Adams into contact, number 24. Gotta let him go. And Dale need to be patient. Gray need to be patient. Don't want to make a mistake and give a penalty away now. Gray want to keep the ball here.
Dale definitely need to keep their defensive structures, not make any mistakes. Dangerous part of the field.
Solana has been very effective in Channel 1 today. Another positive carry. Adams,
space out wide.
Prinsloo, Yonka, and Jazula. And Jazula scores in the corner. And for the first time this game, Gray have got the lead, 27-25. 2.5 minutes left. Finally, some ascendancy from the men in his year blue. Goodness gracious me. I don't think this is over. I don't think this is over by any stretch of the imagination.
Game on. Game on. Really well done there by Gray. Interesting who takes this kick now. Jalusa doesn't look like he's going to be stepping up.
I've been very critical of this man today because I expect a lot from him. He's a super talent. He's a great rugby player. And finally, Sichle putting his stamp on the game. Sichle and Jazula, the SA Schools man. Ronaldo Pedro now has the tee. It's a very difficult angle for him. Long range kick, but it's an important one.
Very important kick.
Gray would want to be more than 3 points, out of range here. Farsi has been deadly from 45 meters and out. And so Pedro, yeah, probably want to take as long as he possibly can to take this kick too. I'd wait till the ref told me to kick it. You know, rush it, take your time.
No.
Oh, not enough legs, just under the crossbar.
2 points in it, 1 minute to go. Dale looking to kick off to Gray here. Very important that Fussy puts it high, gives his chasers a chance to compete.
Another game for the ages, yeah. Not sure what this boy's running onto the field with the ball. Slowing things down, wasting a bit of time here. We're down to about 40 seconds according to the clock we're running. Referee obviously not always. There isn't a stadium clock here, so he's not really running our time. He'll run his own watch.
Looks like Dale has got the ball back after that restart. I think they'll look to set up the pods, work field position.
I'd go wide if I was them. Men out off their feature, cramp on one of their guys. Well, it's gone free. And there's Armatris. Oh,
no,
big ball.
Knock on there.
All action here. We have men steaming on the field. There's an injury close to us. I think it's definitely time for the scrum. And what are you going to do here? I tell Farsi, have a crack, my boy.
I think he needs to.
Time is up on the stadium clock here. 27 plays 22 with a scrum. This has to be last play. Referee's not interested in this man that's being attended to. Yes, the game has continued. Nadal got to go to the left. They're lining men up. One last shot here.
Dale need to do the basics. Secure position first and foremost.
So the great shot from the men in blue. They'll come around to the right. It's a man Farsi.
Enrico Johannes looks to put the step on. He needs support though. He's isolated. Fortunately, Gray looked to be going off their feet there at the breakdown, unfortunately.
To Dale.
Under Mafanyana takes it into contact again. Strong leg drive. Dale need to get over.
All happening here. Ladies are screaming and shouting next to us.
Dale need to be composed. No need for silly. Dale need to get over again. No, it looks like Gray.
New advantage under the poles.
Yeah. It looks like.
Yeah.
They'll have a penalty to win it here at the end. Apelele Fassi, the captain, the man that has, for me, been the player of the day, has an opportunity to win it for his team.
It's been a cracker out here again.
Not over though. Not over. We've seen.
I'd bet my house on this one. I'd bet your house on this one. No, he's got enough, yeah. That'd be sad, yeah. A little bit unfortunate. This man's still lying prone. He's getting a stretcher. Came into play a little bit in front of one of the defenders, but that's the way the game goes. I'd have played that way as well. And yeah, he's got a chance to seal this. Not in a month of Sundays, I don't think.
And Fussie's put it over, and that's the game.
Williamstown College Gray can reflect 5 tries, 1 conversion. Has really hurt them today, a lack of a kicker. And the Dalians stormed the field, their 4th win in 18 years over Grey PE. And wow, pretty capsule. It's been a great day for you guys, Keegan. You've had the best of most of the games today. I think it's 7 wins to Dale, 8 wins to Dale, 7 to Grey, with 1 draw. So kudos on a great day, schools rugby, and we look forward to next year. Welcome you guys for the centenary.
To Grey High School, to everybody, thank you to the viewers today. Fenner, great commentating with you. What a game of rugby that we've just witnessed. You know what, we said it in the beginning, it was going to be tough, and you know what, came down to the last moment, last kick of the game. Fussy, really well played. A lot of great rugby that we watched today. Thank you to Gray. Thank you for the awesome rivalry that we share. Travel home safe, you know, or travel mercies. Thank you for joining us. And you know what, to everybody that's joined us today, thank you so much. And thank you to SSL for making this possible.
Thank you, School Sports Live. Catch you guys next week.
Goodbye.
Plaasvervangers nou op die veld.
Plays it out to. And here goes the majestic King Williamstown. Great run by Nombakuza. Try. Willie Rose. Oh, what a moment and what a start.
Iemand het ook baie vaardig trap.
Ingehalu still going. Nibbit Peterson. Oh, what an amazing drive.
Intamandi with the crucial tackle. Does he have the distance and the direction?
Does indeed. Fantastic. The bashes go up.